Welcome to This Week in History, where we delve into the significant events that have shaped the world we live in. This week we're exploring the remarkable occurrences from calendar week 34 throughout history. On August 19, 1934, Adolf Hitler solidified his power in Germany through a nationwide referendum that merged the positions of Chancellor and President, effectively making him the Führer. This pivotal event allowed Hitler to assume full control over the German government and military, marking the beginning of a totalitarian regime that would lead Europe into World War II. The referendum followed the death of President Paul von Hindenburg, and its passage eliminated any remaining checks on Hitler's authority, enabling him to implement his expansionist and genocidal policies. August 19th also saw the birth of a revolution in the field of aviation when, in 1909, the first international air race, the Grand Week of Aviation, was held in Reims, France. This event showcased the rapidly advancing technology of flight, with aviators from around the world competing in various challenges. Among the participants was Louis Blériot, who had recently made history by becoming the first person to fly across the English Channel. The Grand Week of Aviation marked a significant milestone in the early years of powered flight, capturing the public's imagination and accelerating interest in aviation as a viable mode of transportation. On August 20, 1968, the Soviet Union and its Warsaw Pact allies invaded Czechoslovakia to crush the Prague Spring, a period of political liberalization that had begun earlier that year under the leadership of Alexander Dubček. The Prague Spring aimed to create socialism with a human face, introducing reforms that included greater freedom of speech, press, and travel, as well as economic decentralization. However, the Soviet Union saw these reforms as a threat to its control over Eastern Europe and responded with a massive military intervention. The invasion resulted in the reimposition of strict communist rule in Czechoslovakia and marked a significant moment in Cold War history, symbolizing the limits of Soviet tolerance for deviation within its sphere of influence. August 21, 1959, is remembered as the day Hawaii officially became the 50th state of the United States. After decades of political debate and negotiation, Hawaii's admission as a state was seen as a strategic and symbolic move during the Cold War. As the only state composed entirely of islands and located in the Pacific, Hawaii brought the U.S. closer to Asia, enhancing its military presence in the region. The statehood of Hawaii also represented the multicultural and diverse nature of the United States, as Hawaii's population included significant Asian, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander communities, making it a melting pot of cultures and traditions. August 22, 1485, marks the date of the Battle of Bosworth Field, one of the most significant battles in English history. This battle effectively ended the Wars of the Roses, a series of dynastic conflicts between the houses of Lancaster and York for control of the English throne. At Bosworth Field, Richard III, the last king of the House of York, was defeated and killed by the forces of Henry Tudor, who then ascended to the throne as Henry VII. This victory marked the beginning of the Tudor dynasty, which would rule England for over a century, bringing stability and significant cultural and political changes to the country. The battle also left a lasting legacy in British history, with Richard III becoming one of the most enigmatic and controversial figures in English history. On August 23, 1927, Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti, two Italian immigrants and anarchists, were executed in Massachusetts after being convicted of murder in a highly controversial trial. The case garnered international attention and sparked widespread protests, as many believed the men were innocent and had been targeted due to their political beliefs and immigrant status. Despite numerous appeals and evidence that cast doubt on their guilt, Sacco and Vanzetti were sentenced to death. Their execution became a symbol of the struggles faced by immigrants and political radicals in the early 20th century and highlighted issues of prejudice and injustice in the American legal system. Decades later, the case remains a poignant reminder of the challenges of fairness and equality under the law. August 24, 79 AD, is etched in history as the day Mount Vesuvius erupted, burying the Roman cities of Pompeii, Herculaneum, and others under a thick blanket of volcanic ash and pumice. The eruption, one of the deadliest in European history, preserved these cities in astonishing detail, offering an unparalleled snapshot of daily life in ancient Rome. The people of Pompeii and Herculaneum were caught off guard by the suddenness of the eruption, and many perished in their homes or while trying to flee. The ruins of these cities, rediscovered in the 18th century, have provided invaluable insights into Roman architecture, art, and social customs. The tragic event also serves as a stark reminder of the power of natural disasters and their ability to reshape human history. On August 24, 1814, during the War of 1812, British forces captured Washington, D.C., and set fire to several U.S. government buildings, including the White House and the Capitol. This act of destruction was in retaliation for the American burning of York, modern-day Toronto, in 1813. The burning of Washington was a significant event in the War of 1812, highlighting the vulnerability of the young United States and the challenges it faced in defending its territory. Despite the destruction, the British occupation of Washington was brief, and the city was soon rebuilt, with the event serving as a powerful symbol of American resilience and determination in the face of adversity. August 25, 1944, marks the liberation of Paris from Nazi occupation during World War II. After 4 years under German control, Paris was finally freed by Allied forces, led by French General Philippe Leclerc and his 2nd Armored Division, with the support of the French resistance. The liberation of Paris was a significant morale boost for the Allies and the French people, symbolizing the impending defeat of Nazi Germany in Western Europe. The event was marked by joyous celebrations in the streets of Paris, as residents welcomed the liberating forces and the return of freedom to their city. The liberation also paved the way for the restoration of the French government, and the re-establishment of France as a major player on the world stage after the war. Another notable event on August 25 occurred in 1609, when Galileo Galilei demonstrated his telescope to Venetian lawmakers. This demonstration marked a turning point in the history of astronomy and science as a whole. Galileo's improved telescope allowed for unprecedented observations of the night sky, leading to significant discoveries, such as the moons of Jupiter and the phases of Venus. These observations provided strong evidence for the Copernican heliocentric model of the solar system, challenging the long-held geocentric view endorsed by the Catholic Church. Galileo's work laid the foundation for modern astronomy and contributed to the broader scientific revolution, which would transform human understanding of the natural world. As we conclude our journey through calendar week 34 in 2024, we're reminded of the rich tapestry of human history, woven from the threads of triumph and tragedy, progress and perseverance. Join us next time as we continue to explore the stories that have shaped our world. Like and subscribe for more videos like this one, and join us again next week here on Worldwide History Productions.